Morning world, it's about 8:39 a.m. in the morning. It's the 24th of June 2016. Excuse me if I look a little bit bleary-eyed. I stayed up till about 5 a.m, 5:30 this morning, watching the referendum results. And although in the past, over the last few months, I've done a few videos saying, yeah, there's going to be a big shock regardless of the result. Whew, that is a shock. It's like part of me feels like on behalf of the whole British public, I feel like a little guilty little boy who's going, ooh, look what we've done. Ooh, what's going to happen now? It's going to be interesting over the coming few months, coming couple of years, and especially today. Moon's still in Aquarius, it's not void. Various European dignitaries will be coming out with gestures of outrage. There will be a lot of problems thrown in Britain's path. We'll live with it. Britain is an island, unlike the rest of Europe. It's not landlocked, so we will deal with it some one way or another. What interests me, from an astrological perspective, is the astrological phenomena that's coming up to certain political figures. Now, I haven't had much chance to look at any of the more subsidiary players in depth. I haven't looked at the chart of Farage for a few weeks, so I don't know what he's up to, and I haven't looked at Michael Gove or Chris Grayling or anything like that, but I'm concentrating on a few of the heavy hitters. Firstly, the horoscope of that nice Mr. Cameron. For a couple of years I've been predicting that he's not going to be Prime Minister much longer. Pluto is still coming back to square his sun. At last night, this morning, Pluto is square his sun by 1 degree. Pluto is going retrograde still, and it will continue to square his sun in a couple of months' time before moving forward once again at the end of the year. So Pluto will still be squaring David Cameron's sun through to September, October of this year. Add to this that in some 8 or 9 weeks from now, his progressed moon will be opposite his progressed sun. It is a progressed full moon. Something like this only happens once every 29.5 to 30 years. I cannot and I do not expect David Cameron to be leader of a Conservative Party, or for that matter, Prime Minister of England, by the middle of August at the very latest, and it might be considerably sooner than that. George Osborne's chart, born with the Sun conjunct Saturn opposite Jupiter conjunct Neptune. On the surface, his chart isn't showing any sign of challenge, but I do note that the retrograde Mars phenomena, which is beginning to close down now, has been opposite his Sun, opposite his Saturn, conjunct Jupiter, conjunct Neptune, and I would imagine there's still a twist in the tail there for him as well. Mars will come back and revisit his chart particularly strongly over the period of the first week of August this year, and if there's going to be active developments in his political career, this is when I would expect it to be. And of course, how can I look at these people's horoscopes without also looking at the horoscope of one of the other main players, that of Mr. Boris Johnson, one of the leaders of the exit campaign, who at the moment must be surely rubbing his hands. Although he was born in America, not the UK, which on the surface may preclude him from being Prime Minister, I'm sure that probably won't stop him trying. What is he? He's a Gemini with Libra rising and the moon at 0 degrees of Scorpio. I think he's born somewhere around the 19th of June 63, because his sun's at 28 Gemini. His progressed moon is now at 26, 27 Virgo, squaring his progressed sun. So I do expect that he's going through a lot of individual quandaries inside himself about what his next move will be. If I remember correctly, Nigel Farage's sun is in mid-late Aries, so Pluto will be squaring his sun if Uranus isn't already on it. What does seem to be the case is that yesterday's or this morning's referendum result is going to throw British politics into a headspin, and there's going to be some remarkable developments. Nothing like this has happened in living memory. The last time we had this type of referendum was 41 years ago. And I voted then, or at least I was compelled into voting then, because I was in the army at the time and I was told which way to vote. This time everyone had their free choice, and now Britain's going to be leaving the European community. It's going to be a very interesting world in the next few days. I look forward to this. Part of me with tongue-in-cheek and avid interest. Part of me with trepidation. Part of me with real excitement. This is different. This is new. This is Uranus in Aries. This is 21st century stuff. For the first time in a long time, a European country is taking control of its own destiny, and it's no longer answerable to bureaucrats and unelected people in Brussels. So watch this space. The astrology of it will be fascinating. Catch you later, world. Bye.